It's a weekend, it's a derby weekend, of course, and Liverpool has just beaten Everton 2-0 at Anfield, and we are here to bring you the review and the updates of the game. I don't know, I have my pundits here and they all have their opinion concerning the game. There's a red card, and like we updated you in the previous video, there's going to be a red card in the game. In the preview, we said it in the preview that there's going to be a red card, and it happened that Ashley Young has just received red card during the game. So, Mr. Peter, what do you think about the game?
Fairly, I think red card affected them in the game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. As we all know, derbies are not being won easily.
Easily, yeah.
You have to go through
struggles,
and you could see that Liverpool indeed struggles before winning that particular game.
Yeah.
Had it not been the penalty, I think the red card wouldn't have played any role.
Yeah.
Because after the red card, Everton was still organized at the back.
Yeah.
And they were playing according to their game plan, of which the Liverpool midfielders, the likes of Szoboszlai and McAllister, who have been doing their things for them, couldn't operate.
Yeah.
They were only playing the ball left, right, center. They were swinging passes, but they couldn't create any meaningful chance. To my point of view, they couldn't create any meaningful chance. So I think Everton did extremely well until the latter part of the game when they had that cheap penalty. And Michael Keane, I blame him for that. He could have done better.
A
defender of his teacher could have done better. Because you are going for the ball, you shouldn't go with your arms
just on
way away from your body. You could have been able to put his hands behind his back or something like that. And that ball wasn't all that dangerous. So that was a cheap penalty that he caused, and he really let his team down. He coming in as a backup for the person who had the red card. I think he didn't help the team.
He let the team down.
Regard, and he let the team down. And Liverpool won 2-0. All right. But after the first goal, Everton has no option than to come out.
To come out and attack.
So they have to change from their initial game plan, try to equalize the game because it was in the dying minutes of the game. And I think the second goal came as a result of counter, whilst Everton was trying to get the equalizer. So basically, I think this is a fair game. Everton did what they could, but finally Liverpool won 2-0.
I think
they deserve it.
I think he's quite right. He's very right with the analysis he just gave. I think the red card affected the game to a certain degree, but it was not that much until the penalty. The penalty just moved them from their initial plan, and also I think there are certain decisions that went on in the game that, to me, wasn't just fair to Everton. It just wasn't fair. The same ball that this guy tackled, Ashley Young tackled and got yellow card. Tsimikas did the same thing and was spared. So I think that wasn't fair. But let's listen to Mr. Ben. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I think this game was so exciting to be watched. We're looking at the build-up and how they started. I think both of them started very well. Like my brother said earlier on, the red card spoiled everything. And the officiating for me today, I feel is a bit biased because both of us are playing a derby and certain incidents happened. One was awarded a card, and the same incident, another one was escorted free. So I think the referee will handle the match for me.
They affected the game. The referee affected the game somehow, some way, especially the first half. The first half, I think he wasn't just fair to Everton at all. And like my brother was saying, this guy let his team down. This was so cheap. And I think he has been playing the team for almost 7-8 years now, and he should know better, right? So it's just so disappointing. And even with the red card, the game was not that bad until, he committed that cheap penalty. So I think it's just so sad. So looking at it from the Liverpool point of view, what do you think that Liverpool did right? Is it that they did something right, or is it that it's just because Everton was just bad? What do you think?
For me, what I would say is Everton did whatever that they could. But the red card, as usual, the red card changed the whole game. But Liverpool were not bad on the field. They were doing their usual thing, the passing left, right, center. As they were playing as usual. But Everton has an antidote to what Liverpool was doing. By defending very well. They were solid
At the back.
At the back.
Yeah.
It was difficult for the midfielders to penetrate.
True.
Was what made Liverpool suffer on the field.
Yeah.
And usually you can see that when Liverpool are very, very effective, they operate on their wings.
Yeah.
That those their wing backs, Alexander-Arnold, and
the number
who was
3.
playing
Tsimikas.
Yes. When they are swinging in the crosses left, right, center, you see that Liverpool are always dangerous.
Yeah.
But they were able to curtail those things.
Yeah.
The Evertons were able to curtail those. And Liverpool could not
operate how they used
to do. So credit to Everton on that regard until that cheap penalty he cost. And that let the team down.
Yeah.
Because once there's a penalty and you are a goal down around 80th minute,
75th.
there's no need for you to still stay
behind. Yeah, you have
because
to
whether you stay behind or you,
the 3 points is gone.
Yes.
Gone. So you have to fight back.
Yeah.
And once they are fighting back, they are man down.
Yeah.
So they are short of men.
Yeah.
Sure.
So once you are moving forward,
you are opening spaces.
Definitely there will be spaces behind.
Yes,
and Liverpool capitalize on that. You know,
they
Liverpool is one of the big
pace.
teams. And when you make those silly mistakes, they are going to punish you.
Yeah.
So during that time, you could see that Liverpool had about 3 or 4 chances that
they couldn't even take.
Yeah, they could have had about 2 or 3.
Yeah.
At the latter part of the game.
Yeah.
But the penalty distracted the
even during the first half. They had 3 chances that they didn't take. So I think this game, without the red card, it would have been something different. I think the story would have been something very different.
Absolutely different. Absolutely.
Because Everton was able to contain them for the first half. For the first 30 minutes, they were able to contain them easily. Like it was just like they were just no pressure. They are relaxed. There is nothing that was showing that Liverpool was dominating the game. Though they were getting chances and all that, but it wasn't dominated hands down. It was just like almost like 50-50, 40-60, 45-55, something like that. So I think the red card affected the game, but even with that, they were still able to do something, to prove to the fans that they are still there or something like that. So I think they did very well.
They were not bad. They were not bad at all.
Yeah.
Everton was not bad at all. Had it not been the red card, even after the red card, they still did extremely well.
Yeah.
They contained Liverpool.
Yeah.
Very well.
Very well.
The only problem was the penalty that changed the whole structure of the game.
The game, yeah.
It's just penalty changed the structure of the Everton setup.
Yeah.
And that's really affected them.
And talking about this game, we have to mention something. I think in the Liverpool midfield, the person that was so effective on the game was Gravenberch.
Sure.
And unfortunately, I don't know what happened. He was substituted. I don't know. Because he was the one that was able to take balls from far distance and penetrate into the defense with his passes and all those things. But unfortunately, he was being changed, and I was quite surprised that he made that change. But I don't know. Maybe it was the reason why he even won. But to me, I still do not understand it. So, who do you think was the standout player in this game?
For me today, Gravenberch was exceptional.
Yeah.
And what makes Jurgen Klopp sack him was, I think next weekend there was a Champions League, so maybe he just wanted to race him.
Okay. Midweek Champions League. Yes, I think it could be the reason, because it's quite surprising. Like, he was the most influential player in the midfield, so I don't know why he subbed him. So, Mr. Peter, what is your final say on this game?
I think it was quite an exciting game, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed the game.
Most definitely.
Until the latter part that unfortunate penalty
happened.
Occurred, and then Everton lost focus.
Yeah.
They lost the game by 2-0, which is a fair result. At the end of the day, we can't take anything away from Liverpool.
Yeah.
They deserve it. Once you've had red card, it means they were doing something right.
Yeah.
That they were piling pressure or whatever that. So we can't say because of the red card, Liverpool does not deserve the win. On countless occasions, there are certain teams that usually they were even a man down, but they still win the game. Yeah. So once Liverpool has won the game, they have indeed done well, and they deserve all that credit. The 3 points.
Yeah, big ups to Liverpool. Liverpool deserve all the 3 points, but better luck next time for Everton. I think they did well. Though, I would have been expecting something like a draw because of the performance they put up in the first half. They were so good. And so it is what it is. It's just 2-0, and Liverpool has taken the 3 points. That brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. And as usual, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more of this type of content. Just like that, we out and peace.